I'm a lifelong Lehigh Valley, PA native, graduate of Moravian. I spent my career in IT, started out in hospital system locally, became a consultant for a while, and I've been at Moravian for 25 years. Started out as the network manager and then made my way up to or across to, depending on how you look at it, information security. We've used the product and we've seen it mature. And one of the things that I really appreciate is the ability to schedule. So we try to run up 2 pen tests a week on the weekend, and we divide it up by population. And that's how we leverage it. We're able to test our defenses. We're able to test the ACLs. We're able to test our EDR. We're able to make sure that our machines are patched. So that's how we've been leveraging it. First impression was how easy it was to use. But then after the ease of use, the data that was presented, the way it was presented, the reports, I like the reporting. You have your PDF reporting, your executive summary, everything else. Then you have CSVs that you can use to go off into your remediation. Within the reports themselves, you guide us through the report on how to remediate. For me, Horizon3.ai is the whole package. It's not just the testing platform, it's the support you get from the engineers and that they're proactive. When we first started, we had a couple of vulnerabilities that were identified, and your folks hopped on email and contacted us and said, hey, we need to talk like now. They explained to us what the vulnerability was and helped us through it. So it's not just something that you set up and go. You have that back end support, which
Right.
is being a small team is really important. I have an XDR solution that was very similar to my original vulnerability scanner, where
Mhm.
you get 10,000 vulnerabilities. Oh my gosh. But then you boil it down to when you use Horizon3.ai, you find out that there's 10, 15 that are high enough that you really want to pay attention to it, and something can actually be done with those vulnerabilities. There are exploits for them. The other really nice feature about Horizon 3 is that you run a full test and it identifies, let's say, 3 critical vulnerabilities. The test can take 12, 24, 36 hours. Well, you don't want to run one of those again. You can go into the UI and it's a shopping cart kind of modality where I fix this, add it to the shopping cart, fix this to the cart, and then it'll only test those things that you've remediated. It's very useful. Given that the other way to handle risk is to avoid it, which generally is not an option when you get a mandate, to be able to have a tool like this
Yeah.
is really important. We've got 4 different scenarios that we run where we are in the middle of the network where you can access the entire network. And then we go to their different populations and we'll run both black box attacks and then we'll inject credentials. And it's eye-opening to see how your tool works. One of my favorite quotes is what Snehal says, the CEO:
Yeah.
real cyber criminals don't break in, they log in. When we started with it, you had the autonomous, automated, AI-driven pen testing.
Right.
And what I really like is now you have a phishing component to it. And the capabilities that you're providing with that, it would be eye-opening to see a phishing attack followed by a credential compromise and what can happen in the speed at which it can happen. Because I know, I monitor it, if we have a compromised credential, less than 2 minutes. And
Right.
that might be slow for some folks, but less than 2 minutes, I'm seeing people trying to log in with those creds. So to be able to kick off a scan with someone's creds, would be eye-opening.